You.
We start with the naturopathy. It is sometimes called naturopathy is as old as healing itself and new as the latest discoveries in biochemical sciences. The word naturopathy was first used exactly 100 years ago, but the natural therapies and the philosophy on which the naturopathy is based have been effectively used to treat the disease since ancient times. Hippocrates, a physician 2400 years ago, is often considered the earliest predecessor of the naturopathy physicians, with his principle that the nature is the healer of all the diseases, and this formulation is the healing power of the nature. By 1970, however, the American public was becoming increasingly dissented by the modern medicine. Due to the high-rise cost of the medicine and its out-of-control cost were becoming obvious, and millions of Americans were inspired to look for new options and alternatives. Government have established in 1960 an autonomous organization under the Ministry of Health and Social Welfare, Family Welfare. The organization, first of its kind, was established in India by GOI to conduct scientific research in Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani, and Yoga. Okay, which existed up to 19 formally till 1970 was looked after by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. After 1978, separate independent research council and Ayurveda, Siddha, Udani, Homeopathy, and Yoga and Naturopathy was established. That is under the Ministry of Ayush. Okay. Naturopathy medicine treats the health conditions by utilizing the body's inherent ability to heal. This is very safe natural therapy which utilizes the service of several different alternative medicines techniques to heal the patients. Our body is made of cells, some of which continuously die and are replaced by the new ones. The old dead cells needs to be eliminated, but often they stay within the body. The negative effect is compounded by new living cells which also generate toxic waste during the metabolism. In addition, sedentary lifestyles, substance abuse, bad eating habits, etc., combine to create the excess toxins. When these toxins are not eliminated at a reasonably fast rate, a disease condition is created. So, naturopathy is a way of life of which we find a number of references in the Vedas and other ancient texts. The morbid matter theory, concept of vital forces, and other concepts upon which the naturopathy is based are already available in the old text, which indicates that these methods were widely participated in ancient India. The whole practice is based on the three principles: accumulation of morbid matter, abnormal composition of blood and lymph, lower vitality. One minute. Lower vitality. Yeah. Now we go to the different therapies in naturopathy. One is first is the hydrotherapy. Hydrotherapy or the water therapy is the same as the water or hot cold steam or ice to relieve the discomfort and promote the physical well-being. It relaxes the inflamed muscles and joints, rehabilitates the injured limbs, lower the fevers, soothe the headaches, promote the relaxation, treat the burns and frostbite, ease the labor pains, and clear up the skin problem. Hot water is chosen for its relaxing properties. It is also thought to stimulate the immune system. Hydrotherapy is well done in the pools, whirlpools, rubber tanks, and saunas is best taken in a professional healthcare facility. Bath preparations, warm to hot water bath should be used for relaxation purpose, and a tepid bath is recommended for reducing the fevers. That is, the temperature to be maintained in the water for different types of bath as recommended. Herbs can be added to the bath in two ways, as essential oils or as whole herbs, and flowers that can be placed in a muslin or cheese cloth bag that is tied at the top to make an herbal bag. Steam inhalation. This can be easily administered with a bowl of steaming water and a large bowl for cold and other conditions. With nasal congestions, aromatherapists recommended adding 5 drops of an essential oil that has decongestant properties such as peppermint and eucalyptus, blue gum. Oils such as myrtle, rosemary, tea oil, sandalwood, and lavender can also be used. A cold compress is prepared by soaking a cloth or a cotton pad in cold water and then applying to the area of injury or distress. When the cloth reaches the room temperature, it should be re-soaked and reapplied. Cold compresses are generally used to reduce the swelling, minimize the bruising, and to treat the headaches and the sprains. Yes, warm water or hot compresses are used to treat the abscesses and the muscle aches. A warm compression is prepared in the same manner as the cold compression, except steaming water is used to wet the cloth inside of the cold water. Essential oils may be added to moisture, compress, or to increase the therapeutic value of the treatment. Okay. Limitations to hydrotherapy. What are the limitations? Patients with paralysis, frostbite, or other conditions should only take under the guidance of hydrotherapists. Hot tube, jacuzzis, and pools can become a breeding ground for bacteria and other infectious organisms if they are not cleaned properly with the proper chemicals. Certain essential oils should not be used by pregnant or nursing women or by people with specific illness or physical conditions. Essential oils such as cinnamon leaf, juniper lemon, eucalyptus, blue gum, peppermint can be extremely irritating if applied in full concentration. It should always be diluted. Pregnant women should never take dose or shower with water as the practice can induce bacteria into the vagina and uterus. Yeah, they should also avoid the hot tubs. Sixth condition of the limitation is people who experience an allergic reaction to an essential oil should discontinue use and health contact their healthcare professionals. Healthcare professionals. Overeating in a hot tube or aqueous colonic irrigation, enemas and dodging. This can actually harm the patient by upsetting the natural process of digestion. Then we have a chlorophyll bath. Chlorophyll is a chalk of a good stuff which makes the plants green. It is rich in vitamin A, C, E, and K, as well as folic acid, iron, calcium, and protein. This biomolecule is also a significant source of magnesium, which helps to deliver the oxygen to the body tissues and the cells, and therefore increase the circulation. Not to mention, the magnesium will help you detox and relax. Thus, the importance of the chlorophyll acts as a detoxifying agent in hydro as well as in the leaf pack and exposed to the sun rays. Adding Epsom salt to the bath to help the chlorophyll further draw on the impurities, reduce the inflammation, and relax the body, overwork muscles. Here, I have experienced in Urli Kanchan this effect of this all this type of treatment of this month, including the mud bath. Okay, I have gone to nearly 4 to 5 centers. One of the biggest center is Urli here near Belgaum, Ghattaprabha, Ghattaprabha Naturopathy Center. Very is one of the big, not very big, one of the big, very reasonable for middle class. Adding Epsom salt to the bath to help the chlorophyll further draw out the impurities, reduce the inflammation, and relaxes the body overworked muscles. Mud pack for the face. Soap paste is applied on the face and allowed to dry for 30 minutes. It reduces the irrigation of the eyes, hence release from the conjunctivitis, hemorrhagia, itching of the eyes, allergic condition. It is also useful in short, long sight glaucoma. Mud bath. It is given in a special cubicle where the patient can expose himself to sunlight. The bath is usually given in a special mud known as Multani mud. Mud bath invigorates the circulatory system by diverting a large amount of blood to the periphery and hence useful in cleansing and strengthening the skin tissues. Frequent one is 1 minute. Frequent application of mud bath helps in improving the complexion of the skin by getting the rid of spots and patches which appears in various skin disorders. It is recommended for all skin diseases including psoriasis, leukoderma, and complete body by application only the bath when they are exposed to sun. So this can be only done during the May month or the October month where the temperature is very high, 39 to 40 degrees, so that the maximum the mud which is used is multani mud. The multani mud को पानी में soak करके body में लगाते हैं so that the complete it gets absorbed after a period of half an hour 45 minutes and then you are taken a cold water bath. Okay. Massage is derived from the Greek word massia. It means to knead. Therapeutic massage involves the manipulation of the soft tissue structures of the body to prevent and alleviate the pain, discomfort, the muscle spasm, and stress, and to promote the health and the wellness. Massage is defined as manual soft tissue manipulation that includes holding the cash, pausing the movement, and or applying the pressure to the body. History doctors such as Ambrose Bierce, a 16th century physician to the French court, praised the massage as a treatment for the various elements. Swedish massage, the method now most familiar to Westerners, was developed in the 19th century by a person known as Per Henrik Long. Now we'll go to the what are the types of the massage in naturopathy. A smooth flowing style that promotes relaxation massage, that promotes general relaxation, improves the circulation and range of the movement, and relieves the muscular tension. A paramedical treatment that helps to restore the function to the injured soft tissue and the muscle tendons and the ligaments. Okay, of the muscle tissue. Now, sports massage combine the different massage techniques to enhance the sports performance and recuperation, an effective component of any training program. Combining the therapeutic techniques of essential oils with specific massage techniques to promote health and well-being. Reflexology message. 1 minute, 1 minute, please excuse me 1 minute. Sorry. Then we have the aromatherapy, combining the therapeutic techniques of essential oils with specific massage techniques to promote the health and the well-being. Reflexology massage, using thumb and finger pressure on the reflex points of the feet. Oriental massage therapy, this is based on the fingers pressure such as acupressure and shiatsu. Now, what are the physical benefits of therapeutic massage? There are 14 benefits are there. It helps the release the stress and aids the relaxation, muscle tension and stiffness, alleviates the discomfort during pregnancy, fosters the faster healing of the strained muscles and strained ligaments, reduces the pain and swelling, reduces the formation of excessive scar tissues, reduces the muscle spasm, provides the greater joint flexibility and range of motion, treats injuries pause during the sport or work, promote the deeper and easier breathing, improve the circulation of blood and movement of the lymph fluids, reduces the blood pressure, enhances the health and nourishment of the skin, relieves relieves the tension related headaches and effects of the eye system, enhances the health and nourishment of the skin, improve the posture, strengthen the immune and musculoskeletal system, sorry, rehabilitation of the post-operative and after injury. Then we have the mental benefits of the massage therapy. Foster relaxed state of mind, relieve the mental stress and emotional relief. Improve the mental ability to monitor the stress signals and respond appropriately. Foster feelings of well-being, reduces the level of anxiety, creates a body awareness, increases the awareness of mind-body connections. Research findings and verification of the massage therapy. Medical students in New Jersey who were massaged before the exam showed significant decrease in anxiety and respiratory rates, increase in the WBC, suggesting a benefit to the immune system. Research has shown that massage reduces the heart rate, lowers the blood pressure, increases the blood circulation and lymphatic flows, relaxes the muscles and the range of motion, and increases the endorphins. It can stimulate the weak and the inactive muscles. Massage decreases the effect of the anxiety, tension, depression, whereas eating to the body. Abdominal surgery, patients recovered more quickly after surgery. Materials for massage and benefits of massage. Cottonseed oil is most commonly used for massaging. If the patient is averse to oil, talcum powder may be used. Oil should not be used by persons with excessively body hair. General body massage may be done for 40 to 45 minutes and local body massage for 10 to 15 minutes where there is a problem. The oil should be washed off completely after massage. Stiff and swollen joints can be cured by massage combined with mechanical movements. A human being carries one half of the weight of the body in the form of muscles and tissues, and thus one fourth of the body supply circulates in the muscles. When one gets a good massage treatment, the muscles get regenerated and are then capable of holding the blood which flows the blood supply. Okay. Massages on different parts of the body. Now this massage is not for the entire body. These are the relative organs which are having problems. Their massages. Massage benefit the nerve problems. In case of acute inflammation of the nerves, massage should be done carefully. Light and gentle stroking are recommended. Deep pressure should not be used on swollen nerves or it will increase the inflammation. Nerve compression is recommended for soothing nerves. This form of massage is beneficial in constipation. It stimulates the peristalsis of the small intestines. Abdominal massage should not be done. In general, femoral, inguinal, and umbilical hernia, inflammation of the uterus, inflammation, inflammation of uterus, bladder, ovaries, fallopian tubes, kidney stones, bladder or gallbladder, uterus or stomach, intestines, and pregnancy. Now, look, next comes the chest massage. It strengthens the chest muscles, increases the circulation, and tones up to the nervous system of the chest, heart, and lungs. It is specifically recommended in the weakness of the lungs, palpitation, and organic disorders. It should not be done in a heart operation or the severe chronic lung infection. Massage of the back. The purpose is to stimulate the nerve and circulation for treating the backache, rheumatic afflictions of the back muscles, and for soothing the nervous system. Vibration of the end of the spine benefits the sacral nerves and pelvic organs. It is recommended in constipation, hemorrhoids, weakness, and congestion of bladder, and sexual organs. This helps to overcome the headache, massage of the throat on the throat side, sore throat, and catch of the throat. Both the sides on the throat Thumb under the chin and fingers are under the ears are applied. Okay. Sun rays therapy. Now this is the form of this therapy only, naturopathy. As a form of treatment, Dr. Tilani ancient Rome, there were some physicians for almost 600 years. The reason was that there was no need to any physician. The ancient people of Rome used sun rays exercise and used to take water to keep themselves hale and hearty. Thus, in ancient Rome, heliotherapy or the rays of the sun, the use of the colors should be were called. Sun rays are many colors, which makes the air pure and destroys the microbes present in the and the water. This goes on all by itself. The ancient people believed that sun rays could help one to regain the health. In Rig Veda, it is said in the ancient time, people used to take oath with sun as a witness. Raju Matrushu Drijana Cha Pastar. The sun is the witness to all good and bad actions of humans. Surya Atma Jagastasya Asturascha. The sun has been called the soul of the living as well as of the non-living organism. Next, Nunam Suryana Prasutaha Ayantarni Trinavana Pansi. It is the sun that wakes up from the sleep. It is due to the sun that all can work and are active. Rigveda further states that all living beings of the creation depends upon the sun. The sun removes the physical, mental, and the spiritual weakness and makes one healthy and long live. The sun removes the physical, mental, and spiritual weakness and makes one healthy and long live. 1 minute. Repeat it. For ailments of the heart, eyes, jaundice, leprosy, and weak mind, sun rays could be useful. Surya Tapaha Swadevavaha Sarvaroga Vinashaka. The heat from the sun increases the perspiration and removes all ailments. Now, which are the other principles which is stated in Rig Veda? Madaschete Kadaschete Balutasaha Vivardhanaha. Medage Parasiva Bharatosha Vivardhana. It also enhances the body power and enthusiasm. Durga Vistafavostara Kamna Sotaha Nasakaha. It removes all the imbalances of the three humors, namely Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. Okay. Then Jaristara Sulanaha Arpo Natra Samchaya. It also cures the leprosy, fever, pain, and weaknesses. Through sun rays therapy, a person could attain victory over all the diseases and become long lived. Then we have Tasutinna Jitvaha Jivecha Sardam Sataha. One can increase the energy in the body and live to an age of 100. From the sun rays, one gets the vital life energy or the prana and also heat, both of which make the body healthy and long lived. The sun rays are also instrumental in producing the ozone gas, which protect the earth from the harmful ultraviolet rays. Ozone increases the body power and purifies the blood. It also makes the heart strong and the bones powerful. Naturopathic diet for arthritis. Raw potato juice therapy is considered one of the most successful biological treatment for rheumatic and arthritic conditions. Fresh juice can also be extracted from potatoes and drink diluted with water on a 50-50 basis first thing in the morning. Cracked ginger and seed oils soaked overnight in water have been found to be effective in preventing frequent joint pains. Raw potato juice therapy, and this is black tea. For asthma, here naturopathic में diet अलग-अलग diet for अलग-अलग disease के लिए recommend किया है. Okay, honey in case of asthma is considered highly beneficial in the treatment of asthma. It is suggested if a jug of honey is held under the nose of an asthmatic patient and he inhales the air that comes into contact with the honey, he or she starts breathing easier and deeper. This is because Honey contains a mixture of higher alcohols and ethereal oils, and the vapors given off by them are soothing and beneficial to the asthma patient. Garlic is another effective remedy. The patient should be given daily grows boiled in 30 grams as a cure for the early stage of asthma. Turmeric is also regarded as an effective remedy for bronchial asthma. For back pain, salad of the raw vegetables such as tomato, cabbages, and cucumber, radish, lettuce, and at least two steamed or lightly vegetables such as cauliflower, cabbage, carrot, spinach are some of the fruits. Then fruits and meals during breakfast, steamed vegetables and whole wheat chapatis during lunch, fresh fruit juice in the evening, and a bowl of rice, raw salad, and sprouts during dinner. Avoid spicy and fried foods, curd, sweetmeats, sugar condiments, as well as tea and coffee. Fruits to be taken in the morning for breakfast with the milk and handful of nuts and seeds. Lunch to be of steamed vegetables, whole wheat chapatis, and a glass of buttermilk. For dinner, green vegetables, salad, and all available sprout such as alpha seeds, moong, cottage, cheese, or glass of buttermilk would be ideal. He should completely exclude tea, coffee, alcohol, chocolate and cola, all white flour products, sugar food, colorings, chemical additives, white rice. Okay. आपको सबको मालूम है इन योगा में सबसे वेजिटेबल सबसे जो डाइजेशन के लिए डिफिकल्ट है इज द ब्रिंजॉल सबसे ओके इन योगा आल्सो इट इज सेड this should be taken very less so that digestion will become improper. Naturally, diet for diabetes. Raw foods to be taken as they stimulate and increase in the production of insulin. Fats and oil should be taken sparingly. Protein intake to be paneer, sour milk, and nuts are the best. Any fresh food in the morning except banana, soaked prunes, a small quantity of whole meal bread with buttermilk and fresh milk. Lightly cooked vegetables such as cauliflower, cabbage, tomato, spinach, turnip, asparagus, and mushrooms, 2 to 3 wheat chapatis according to the appetite, and a glass of buttermilk. Evening fresh fruit or the vegetable rice. Dinner large bowls of salad made of raw vegetables of the season and fresh home made cheese, bedtime, and glass of fresh milk. For hypertension, first week of treatment should be exclusively on food after every 5 hours. Oranges, apples, pears, mangoes, guava, pineapples, raspberry, watermelon. Bananas and jackfruits are not taken. Milk may be taken after a week of fruits. The milk should be fresh and boiled only once. Vegetables such as cucumber, carrot, tomatoes, onion, radish, cabbage, and spinach are best taken in the raw form, sprinkled with lemon juice for taste. Garlic is regarded as one of the most effective remedies to lower the BP. Indian gooseberry avla is another effective food for high BP. A teaspoon of fresh amla juice with honey mixed should be taken every morning. Next is the for obesity. The three basic food groups are seeds, nuts, and grains, vegetables, fruits with emphasis on raw fruits and vegetables, and fresh to avoid butter, cheese, ice creams, potatoes, honeys, sugar, sweets, chocolates, pastries, pies, puddings, and alcoholic drinks. Honey in 10 milliliters of hot water is a good source for reduction. Fasting on honey with lime water is highly beneficial in the treatment of obesity without the loss of energy and appetite. Cabbage is a good source of home remedy for obesity. Recent research has shown that this cabbage has a valuable content called tartaric acid, which inhibits the conversion of sugar and other carbohydrates. Okay. Yeah. Now, Siddha system of medicine, the concept. Siddha in Sanskrit means one who is accomplished and refers to the perfected masters who, according to Hindus, believe have transcended the Ahamkara, have subdued their minds to be subservient to the awareness, and have transformed their bodies, composed merely of Rajo and Tamo mood, into different kinds of bodies dominated by Sattva. A Siddha has also been defined to refer to one who has attained the Siddhi, Siddha medicine. In medicine that is perfect. Men and women who dedicated their lives into developing the system are called Siddhas. Their names are unknown. 18 Siddhas were said to have been contributed toward the development of the medical system. This originated in Tamil Nadu. Nobody knows when it originated. Siddha system is one of the oldest systems of medicine in India. It is said God Shiva who unfolded the knowledge of Siddha system of medicine to convert who handed it down to Nandi Devi and Siddhartha. Siddhartha adopted the principle of Savai Siddhartha. Siddhartha in olden days followed and adopted the principles for preparing all medicines like herbal, minerals, and metals. Like Ayurveda, this system believes that human body is the replica of the universe, so are the food and the drug, this irrespective of the origin. The five principles of Panchabhuta theory are the Prithvi, Apo, Thayu, Vayu, and Akash. The equilibrium of human is considered as health, and its disturbance or imbalance is the disease. As in Ayurveda, this system also considers the human body of three gunas, seven basic tissues, saptadhatus, plasma, blood, muscle, fat, bone marrow, and reproductive fluid, and the waste products such as feces, urine, and sweat. The food is considered as one of the basic building materials which gets processed into humors and tissues and waste products. What is the Saptadhatu in Siddha system known as? Saram, that is a plasma responsible for the growth and development of the nourishment. Chanir, that is blood, nourishing the muscles, imparting the color and improving the intelligence. Ocular muscles, responsible for the shape of the body. Polupura, fatty tissues, responsible for the oil balance and lubricating joints. Ilambu bone, responsible for the body structure and posture and movement. Mool bone marrow, responsible for the formation of blood, and Shukla cement responsible for reproduction. It is same in lining with the Ayurvedic treatment of Saptadhatu. Okay. Based on the principle of Triguna, Vata, Pitta, and Kapha, believed at its origin in fetus development stage in mother's womb. This imbalance is due to the nutrition, physical, and environmental condition. Predominance of Triguna according to time in a day is as below. Vata 6 a.m. to 10 a.m., Pitta 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., Kapha 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. The same order of time followed by body in night. Okay. See the system theory and basic principle. Fish out black and cold, inactive personality, increase the vata, develop the flatulence, acidity, dysentery. This is the excess of vata guna. Obesity. Individual shows arrogant behavior, partial paralysis, heart attack, neck and chest pain, etc. Pitta guna, when the pitta is dominant, chest, clean, whitish complexion, hot personality, increased pitta results in early graying of hairs, reddish eyes, and more sexual desires. Individuals suffer from anemia, burning chest, mental derangement, etc. Kapha guna, when the kapha is more dominant, well-built, good complexion, good behavior, personality, more affinity toward the sweet food and sex. Increase the kapha, develop disease like jaundice, heart attack, fever, etc. The diagnosis, 1 minute, yeah, kapha guna, yeah. The diagnosis of disease involve the identifying its causes. Physician generally identifies the causative factors through examination of nadi, dhvani, the derium, body, manam, faces, and statistical system, mutram, and eyes. The system has worked out detailed procedure of the urine examination, which includes the study of its color, smell, density, quantity and oil drop, spreading the pattern. Yeah. For any disease due to infection or otherwise, the treatment is individualistic on examination of that particular patient. Pulse reading is important helpful diagnosis. Pulse changes with the balance of trigunas. Full noddy indicates asthma and half or whisper. Denote the pain, arthritis and swelling. Abnormal intense pulse shows whisper. Next, if the pulse propagates to the left side, it denotes the loss of the self-control, while the propagation to the right shows the sign of the death. Voice with high sound shows pitta, and low sound denotes low BP. Tongue with a void such as imbalance of vata, sense of bitterness denotes pitta, and beats limit tongue shows low BP. Body with vibration shows vata. Hot and cold body is indicated of pitta and kapha respectively. Study of the color of facial matters, urine and eyes give the idea of imbalances of triguna. Darker color indicates vata, greenish and reddish color indicates pitta, and whitish color shows kapha. Then we have Siddha system of treatment of medicine. Siddha system is effective in treating cases like liver disease, skin disease, especially psoriasis, rheumatic problems, anemia, prostate enlargement, bleeding of the piles, and peptic ulcers. The medicines which contains mercury, arsenic, lead, and sulfur are found to be effective in certain diseases. Mercury, silver, arsenic, lead, and sulfur are found to be effective in treating the certain infectious diseases, including venereal disease. It has found to be effective in HIV and AIDS. There are 25 varieties of water-soluble inorganic compounds, which are effective types of salts and alkalis. There are 7 drugs that do not dissolve in water but emit a vapor on heating. Medicinal part of Siddha continue. There is a group of drugs that exhibit sublimation on heating and include the mercury and its different forms like red sulfide of mercury, mercury chloride, and red oxide of mercury. Sulfide, which is insoluble in water, finds a crucible place in Siddha material along with the mercury for use in therapeutics and in maintenance of health. This system is effective in treating all types of skin problems, particularly psoriasis, STD, urinary tract infections, diseases of the liver and GI tract, general debility, postprandial anemia, diarrhea, and general fever in addition to arthritis and allergy. Deep wounds will be filled with herbs. These wounds heal the tissues without leaving a scar. In case of a bone fracture, the patient is administered here and that will make the whole, that will make the his whole bone structure spongy. Medicine part of this much. Diabetes for diabetes is a common ailment for which the patient has to be taken insulin to maintain the blood sugar level. Siddha medicine takes the problem, tackles the problem. It corrects the function of the pancreas, stimulating it to produce insulin in the natural way, which in turn maintains the blood sugar level. Toothache. Drop of Siddha medicine put in the ear can cure the toothache. Siddha medicine is a bone for chronic ailments like arthritis and diabetes, for which the allopathy don't have a permanent cure. Limitation, it does not work in emergency cases like heart attack, brain tumor, blood clotting, psychological problems, etc. References are yoga therapy and other systems in it from SYSA University, then SYSA India Medical Absolute Siddha Steven, Indian Medicine. These are the references made by me. Thank you.